Hello, and welcome back to Spaces or Laces. I'm your host, Jeff Meyer. Week 4 NFL, Week 5 college football coming at us this weekend. Pittsburgh Steelers, after 3 weeks in the NFL, finally have their first win. On Monday Night Football, they beat the Tampa Bay Bucks 30-27, and it's about damn time. Didn't watch much of the game as at work, tried to tune in as much as possible. Had a busy night, but I got to see that fourth quarter, and the Steelers played well in the fourth quarter. Even though they let the Bucks back in the game, they ran the ball, they got first downs, they did just enough to hold on and win that game, and I'm okay with it. Steelers now are 1-1-1, coming into a big game at Heinz Field this weekend, which I will be in attendance. Ravens, Joe Flacco, coming to Pittsburgh. Sunday Night Football. Man, I'm excited. Anytime the Steelers and Ravens play, it is a huge game. Heinz Field's electric. And on Sunday Night Football, it's even better. There's no better game, in my opinion, than being at Heinz Field and having a Sunday night game for either the Ravens or the Patriots. Stadium's just different. And honestly, after the home opener, when there was 5,000-6,000 empty seats, which I was very embarrassed for and mad about, I'm curious to see what the outcome is this Sunday. I think we're going to have a sellout crowd. If not, I'm going to be surprised. It's the NFL, Week 4, division rival, Sunday Night Football. Ooh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ravens are coming to the game 2-1. Steelers, like I just mentioned, 1-1-1. This is huge. The Bengals are also 2-1. Bengals are playing at the Falcons. I think the Bengals are going to lose that. So if the Steelers can win, knock the Ravens off, it's going to be a hell of a finish for this division. If the weekend goes how I hope and plan it does, Steelers will be 2-1-1, and the Bengals and the Ravens will both be 2-2, and the division's wide open. I'm going to run through real quick Week 4 NFL sports betting lines. I'm going to give you my picks. Last week I finally redeemed myself. Went 10-6 last week. Had a rough first 2 weeks starting out for sports betting this year. I was getting discouraged. Oh, man, it was rough. But redeemed myself a little bit last week. Hopefully we can get this ball rolling now. Seen the teams, a couple times. Hopefully get the ball rolling. It was rough first 2 weeks, but redeemed myself a little bit last week. But we're going to roll through this week. Tonight, September 27th, Thursday Night Football. The Vikings are playing at the Rams. Rams -7 at home. I'm taking the Rams. Rams are a juggernaut right now. I think they're the best team in football. Definitely the best team in the NFC. I'm very confident saying the Rams are the best team in football. They run the ball. They play defense. That's what wins championships. If you can run the ball and you can stop people from running the ball, you got a good shot at winning. Now, unless you play Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, some of these guys, and they put up 400 or 500 yards in the game, you might lose that game. But in football, if you can run the ball and stop the run, you got a good shot at winning games. You got a good shot at winning championships. We know that from the Giants a few years ago when they knocked the Patriots off twice. They ran the ball. Eli Manning just did enough, played solid defense, won some championships. Seahawks, Legion of Doom, they did it too, almost won 2, but Tom Brady stole that second one out. I don't know if Tom Brady stole that second one or if it was more of a bad play call. Russell Wilson shouldn't have thrown that ball on the goal line kind of thing, It's debatable. But defense wins championships. So the Rams are looking good. They're looking good this year so far. I saw some dumb clickbait shit. I can't even talk. Clickbait shit on ESPN about how the Rams could trade their young, talented quarterback and still be fine. What are you guys doing to ESPN? I don't know if any of you ever watched football, played football. I don't know anymore. It's honestly embarrassing. You really think the Rams are going to trade Jared Goff? You really think so? They're 3-0 starting out this season. He's in his third year? It's embarrassing. Why even write that shit? It's embarrassing. I see the Rams winning by a lot here. The Vikings had a rough week last week. Rough. Lost to the Bills. Which kind of leading into another game I was want to talk about is the Bills-Packers. I don't know the thing about the Bills. Josh Allen was playing quarterback last week. did well enough to beat the Vikings. The Vikings turned the ball over a lot from what I understand. Didn't watch too much of that game. When you turn the ball over, you're going to lose. But the Bills are traveling to Lambeau. The Packers are -10. I hate double-digit betting lines. We got another one this week, too, that I bet on, but -10? Hate to say it, though. Aaron Rodgers feeling a little better. Practiced. I think he practiced yesterday. Said the knee feels better. That's at Lambeau. So, Aaron Rodgers feeling okay at Lambeau. I'm going to take the Packers versus a young quarterback on the road. I know they beat up on the Vikings last week. It was the Vikings I thought was a real good team, but apparently they're not as good as I thought. But so I'll take the Rams -7. I'll take the Packers -10. We got the Steelers and the Ravens. Like I mentioned already, Ravens at Steelers. Steelers are -3 at home. I'm taking the Steelers. They're going to get things rolling. Then we got the Jets traveling to the Jags. Jags -7.5 at home. I hate to do it. I took the Jags last week at home, -1 versus the Titans. Thought that was a lock. They end up losing 9-6 to the Titans. Apparently, the AFC South's a little bit more wide open than I thought. I didn't see any of that game. Don't know anything that went on, but it wasn't too much for the Jags to lose 9-7 at home to the Titans. But I think the Jags will redeem themselves this week. They need to get Fournette back. I don't know if he's back this weekend or not. I didn't look into that, but they need to get him back. They need to run the ball. Blake Bortles played really well so far. I mean, they knocked off the Patriots at home, and then they lose at home to the Titans. That doesn't make sense. But now they get the Jets at home. A lot of home games to start the season off, so I think they'll take care of the business against Sam Darnold and the Jets at home. So I'll take them -7. Then you have the Dolphins at the Patriots. Patriots -6.5. Patriots lose at Jacksonville and then lose, I believe it was at the Lions, at Detroit. They're 1-2 right now. People are starting to talk, Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that. Listen, he's fine. Bill Belichick's the coach. Is Tom Brady and the Patriots? They're fine. Amendola's coming back soon. Josh Gordon's now there. He's going to have more weapons on offense. Gronk's not going to get double and triple team every time. Dude, I watched some of that game. Wow. The Lions had no respect. No respect for anyone in that offense other than Tom Brady and Gronk. They have no respect for anyone. Because all they did was worry about them. And guess what? They ended up winning the game because of it. But Dolphins are 3-0. I don't have to think. I think the Patriots are going to win this game. But as a betting man, I'm going to take the Dolphins +6.5. I think this game's going to be a close one. I really do. I think the Patriots are going to pull it off, win by a field goal. But as far as betting's concerned, I'm going to take the Dolphins in Foxborough. It's been a long time since I've been confident in the Dolphins, especially at Foxborough. We're going to roll then to the Eagles and Titans. Titans is home. They're +4 versus the Eagles. I'm going to take them. After knocking the Jaguars off last week, I'm going to take the Titans at home. Love my home dogs. I'm going to take the Titans. Not much to say other than that. Then we got Texans going to the Colts. Andrew Luck -1 at home. I'll take that. I'm going to lock that one up. Lock it up. Colts -1 at home against the Texans. I already mentioned the Bills, Packers, taking the Packers. Lions are playing at the Cowboys. The Cowboys are -3 at home. I'm taking the Lions. I watched Cowboys in Seattle last weekend. Now, I know that game was at Seattle. It's hard to play there. Russell Wilson plays well at home. Pete Carroll. Cowboys couldn't do anything offensively. If they don't get up early and they don't run the ball well, they are in trouble. They're not going to beat many teams in the NFL unless they get up early. That team can run the ball, and they have a pretty good defense now. My friend keeps harping on their defense. Their defense has gotten a lot better than in recent years. But they can't throw the ball. They can't play from behind. If they're down double digits, lock it up. They ain't coming back. That's why I think they're going to be trouble against the Lions. I think Matt Stafford's going to get up early. They're going to abandon the run, and they're going to lose this game. So I'm taking the Lions +3. But man, the Cowboys. If you're a Cowboys fan, I know a few of them. Oh boy. Jerry Jones looks like an asshat now. Tony Romo, a few years left in the prime of his career. I know he had the back injuries, whatever. But man, Tony Romo is still playing ball at a very, very high level. Oh, and you had to start Dak. You had to. Cowboys fans and across the nation, America's team. Oh, you guys should be embarrassed. Jerry Jones really fucked you this time. Tony Romo, can you imagine Tony Romo right now with Zeke, with a run game, with a defense? Sounds like a Super Bowl combination to me. But Dak Prescott is not Tony Romo. He misses about 5 throws every game that a high school quarterback could make. He just sells them, underthrows them. It's embarrassing. Skips the ball to the receiver. I know he had a good rookie year. Came out blazing. Won the coaching staff over. Oh, man, I can't stop shaking my head just thinking about it. Jerry Jones. God, that was a bad move, brother. Oh, Tony Romo. Could be winning Super Bowls for you guys with a defense, with a run game. Didn't have either of his career. Had a run game here and there. But definitely didn't have a defense. Man, I feel bad for Cowboys fans. Hard to watch. Dak's not good. That's what it boils down to. Dak is not a good starting NFL quarterback. He'll win you some games, but you're down 10, 14 points, down in the fourth quarter. You need that elite quarterback play. You need that quarterback to bring you back, have that drive, have that moment. It's not Dak Prescott. Sorry, it's not. He's not going to do it for you. He's not going to be Big Ben. He's not going to be Andrew Luck, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, all the guys that have done it year in, year out, Drew Brees, Matt Ryan. Russell Wilson's done it in the fourth quarter. All these great quarterbacks, their fourth quarter epic drives in the fourth quarter, in overtime, driving the field, putting their team on their back. That is not Dak Prescott. I can't even say his name right now. That's not Dak. He's a game manager. You have a run game. You have a lead. He'll close it out. He'll play well. But he's not gonna light the world on fire. He's not gonna do it. Down 10 points. Fourth quarter. It's January. Playoffs. Down 7. He's not gonna have that epic comeback. That's just not in his DNA. I'm sorry. He's a good quarterback. He's not a great one. That's not Dak Prescott. Sorry I got on a rant there, but Cowboy Nations. Cowboy Nation. Jerry Jones fucked you there. Really did. Oh, man. Well, talking about Buccaneers losing at home to the Steelers by 3 points. It's magic. Played pretty well. Had a lot of turnovers. But they're traveling to the Bears. Bears are -3 at home. I'm taking the Bucs. Jameis Winston's back. I don't know who's playing. I feel like you'd be crazy not to play Fitzpatrick. He's playing well. He's the team 2-1. Jameis Winston, you don't know what you're going to get. It's out the first 3 weeks. I'd ride this wave. Ride the hot hand. Why not? I'm going to take the Buccaneers +3 against the Bears. Then Bengals Falcons. I'm taking the Falcons -5.5 at home. It's the Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to drop to 2-2, make the AFC North interesting. Seahawks at Cards. Seahawks are -3 on the road. Home dog Cards can't do it, buddy. I'm taking the Seahawks. Seahawks played well against the Cowboys last week. Cardinals, they don't have an offense. I think it's Josh Rosen. Came in last week, tried to be the rookie quarterback savior. Ooh, don't know about those Cards. I feel bad. I just wish Fitzgerald could get a ring. Just wish. Maybe they'll do him some justice and trade him for nothing. Maybe trade him to a Super Bowl contender. Maybe they'll trade him to the Patriots. I don't know. There's some teams that can use him. Maybe the Jaguars. There's plenty of teams that could use Larry Fitzgerald. Maybe they'll trade him, give him a chance at that Super Bowl. But he's not going to do it in Arizona. That team is bad. So I'm taking the Seahawks -3. First the Cards. Then we got Browns, Raiders. Raiders -2.5 at home is the Browns. I'm taking the Raiders. Raiders are 0-3. John Gruden's got to get it together. That team's pretty good. They got a decent defense. I know they lost Khalil Mack. They got a decent defense. You have Derek Carr, Marshawn Lynch. You have Jordy Nelson. You have Amari Cooper. You should be winning. I mean, they've had some tough matchups to start off the year now. But, hey, they're 0-3. I wasn't expecting a John Gruden team. The AFC West has been interesting. The Chiefs are on fire. Chargers aren't bad. The Broncos are playing well. That division's tough. The Raiders have to get it together right now, this week, at home against the Browns. or you might as well kiss the AFC West goodbye. This is their week. They have to win. First the Browns at home. This is it. They have to win or their season's done. Saints, Giants. Saints traveling to the Meadowlands. Giants are plus 3.5 at home. I'm taking Saints. I'm taking Drew Brees. The Saints are gonna march on this weekend. Then we got the 49ers, Chargers. 49ers on the road. Chargers are minus 10 at home. I think the Chargers are going to win this game. Talking about how tough the AFC West is. I think the Chargers are a good team, but they're not covering a 10-point spread. I'm taking the 49ers in that line. Then, talking about the AFC West, harping on it, Chiefs are traveling to the Broncos. The Chiefs are a 4.5-point favorite. There's one thing in the last few years I've learned. You don't bet against the Broncos at home. The Broncos are a plus 4.5 team at home. I'm taking those points. I'm taking those points at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Divisional game. This is going to be a field goal game. I can't see any scenario where it's not a field goal game. Division rivals at Mile High. Both teams are playing well. Rookie quarterback on the road in a big matchup. Not rookie, but second year, whatever the hell he is. I keep forgetting what he is, Patrick Mahomes. I'm taking the Broncos, plus 4.5. I don't know if they'll win this game. I'm taking those points. But some rolling through some games, too. I want to touch on college. I know I haven't really been touching on college recently. Some of the big matchups that I want to talk about later in the year. But there is one big matchup that I will have to talk about today. OSU, number 4 in the nation, traveling to number 9 Penn State, playing in Creepy Valley. OSU is going to win this game. I don't know what the line is. The 7:30 game at Happy Valley. That game is going to be fun to watch. I'm taking OSU. God, I hate Penn State. God, I hate them. About time someone knocks them off the pedestal this year, and that's going to be OSU. I'm taking OSU in this game. Another really meaningful matchup to this week. Number 7 Stanford playing at number 8 Notre Dame. Notre Dame's now had a pretty tough schedule to start the year off. They played Michigan at home, now Stanford. I think I'm going to take Notre Dame at home against Stanford. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to take Stanford on the road, but South Bend, Notre Dame always plays well at home. Taking Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame might be, it's a little early, but they might be a dark horse this year. They're playing well so far. I'll take them at home against Stanford. We'll see, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Then we got number 12, WVU, playing at number 25, Texas Tech. I'm taking WVU. They're playing pretty well this year. I'm just waiting for that shoe to drop, though. I feel like every year, everyone in Morgantown just gets hyped up, excited, get amped. WVU's going all the way this year, and they just always let you down. That's how it seems like in Morgantown. But, hey, they're playing well, undefeated, playing on the road, number 12 in the nation right now. I'm taking them this week. And then I just also want to mention Pitt playing at UCF. They're number 13 in the nation. Pitt's 2-2 on the year. USF's undefeated, 3-0. I think Pitt's going to lose by a lot. Not sure how much, but it's kind of frustrating. Pitt's going to be 2-3 for the first 5 weeks of the season. Then they play home against Syracuse. Homecoming's next weekend. Hope they can at least, after homecoming, be 3-3. They're going to lose to UCF. And it's one of those things where I'm mad, but I'm not really that mad. Pitt, even though they suck, well, I'll say it. You know what? They suck. They do. Sorry, guys. You suck. But the thing I like, though, is they're scheduling those hard non-conference games. They're trying to get exposure. They're trying to get recruits. They've already played Penn State at home, got killed, whatever. That's a tough non-conference. They're playing UCF, and they're playing at Notre Dame in a few weeks. That's what you have to do to get national exposure, play the big games. But you know what? You got to play well, though. That's the only thing. That's the only difference, though. They're doing it like 90% right. The other part of it is that they have to play well, and they haven't played well. Hopefully this week, they're not going to win. I think they're going to lose by a lot, but hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully they can play well on the road. They play well at UCF, an undefeated team who went undefeated last year. Get some national exposure. Start knocking off big teams, playing well on the road, playing well against big teams. You're going to get recruits. Your team's going to get better. Now, I think Pat Narduzzi needs to get his act together and start coaching a little better, especially after that Penn State game. That was a poorly coached game on his part, and the whole coaching staff for that matter. Yeah, that's all I have to say about Pitt. But also, thinking about the Steelers, this upcoming matchup with the Ravens is going to be fun. James Harrison's doing, I don't know who James Harrison anymore. Maybe his CT's full on already, full blown kicked in. But going after saying if I'm Le'Veon Bell, I come back to the Steelers in November after the 10 weeks, sign the franchise tag, and fake an injury. Come on, James Harrison. You're the guy that wanted to break and throw away your kids' participation trophies. Be a man. Sign the franchise. If it was you, would you do that? Really? You're going to tell Le'Veon to do it? There's no way. You're a man. Come on. Be a man. Le'Veon needs to step up, sign the franchise tag, come play, and get rid of him. Honestly, if that's not going to happen, I hope the Steelers trade his ass. Get something. Get a first, second rounder. Get something for him. And it's sad because I like Le'Veon Bell, at least as an athlete, as a football player. He's a shitty person, in my opinion. Sorry. That's my opinion. Take it as you will. But he's done this whole situation the last 2 years in Pittsburgh completely wrong. If you're a Steelers fan, much like me, you can't respect him. He's a hell of a player. He's a Pro Bowl player. He's probably the best running back in the NFL. But he has one of the worst character issues, horrible person, whatever you want to say about it. But he's handled this whole situation wrong. He's disrespected his team, his offensive line. And the best part is James Conner, the old Pitt boy, is playing his heart out. He's playing well. And it's hard as a fan. It's like, dude, fuck Bell. Fuck him. You got James Conner. I know James Conner's not Le'Veon Bell. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that. Le'Veon Bell is a special player. A very special player. But Conner's doing okay. And if Big Ben plays well and then offensive line plays well, you have AB. Juju's playing unreal right now. Vance McDonald had a big game against the Bucs. I've been waiting for Vance McDonald to step up, and he finally did. And he did so in a big way. That stiff arm, that safety, or I think it was a safety. I'm pretty sure it was a safety. His ego for the rest of his life might be bruised. That was a big boy stiff arm. That was what football is made of right there, man. He threw his ass 5 yards pretty much. That's how you play the game. Talking about playing the game, though, football's not physical anymore. Talking about James Harrison, even though he's soft as shit right now, saying this shit about Le'Veon, but he used to play football with a high intensity, a high motor, physical. That's what I liked about James Harrison. Would hit quarterbacks, put guys down. Talking about soft-ass NFL, these personal foul, roughing the passer shit has got to end, especially when Clay Matthews. It was a form tackle. The quarterback still had the ball in his hand. What are you supposed to do? You know what? If this is going to continue like this, why don't we make the quarterback two-hand touch? Everyone else's tackle, it's just two-hand touch the quarterback. He's down. Doesn't matter. The ball's in his hand, leaving his hand. He's down. As soon as you're touched, down. Sack. Let's make it that. It's hard to watch. And I didn't see the whole Monday night game, but I guess there was a ton of personal foul, roughing the passer penalties in that Monday night game with the Steelers and the Bucs. But James Harrison played football today. He used to get fined $700,000, excuse me. He used to get fined $500,000, $700,000 all the time for illegal hits, roughing the passers, all this stuff, unnecessary roughness. The man would be paying the NFL to play professional football if he played today. He couldn't do it. The NFL's soft. This whole generation's soft. I know I'm part of it, but we're all soft. Football is basically ruined. Roger Goodell has ruined football. It's soft. It's not as fun as it used to be. I watched this highlight video on Twitter from the early 2000s of big hits. And I had a weird feeling. When I started watching it, I'm like, oh, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. But the other part of me, I got excited. I got jacked up. The hair started standing up on my arm. Thinking about how football used to be. How I played football. Football's not that anymore. Football's soft. The big hits aren't really there anymore. And I know it's one of those things, player safety. You don't want to see guys injured. You don't want to see people affected the rest of their life from concussions and CTE. I get it. I understand. But as a person who used to play football with the old rules, who grew up watching the way football used to be played, it's hard to watch football these days. It's just hard. But I think that's all I have today. I'll be in Pittsburgh this weekend. Steelers, Ravens, Sunday Night Football. Steelers need one. If they can win, it's going to be huge because I think the Falcons are going to beat the Bengals, and the AFC North is going to be wide open. The Steelers need that. After starting 0-1-1, got a huge win in Tampa, got to 1-1-1. They need this win, and I'm really looking forward to the game this week. It's going to be excited. I'm going to be wearing my AB jersey. Wore the Watt jersey to the home opener. Bad juju on that jersey right now. After Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs put it on them, I'm going to wear AB. I'm going to wear AB this weekend. I wish I could wear my Le'Veon Bell jersey. Don't know if I'm ever... That's another thing. What am I going to do with that jersey? I might have to get it professionally changed on the back to Woodson. It's the only thing I can think of. Don't know if I'm ever going to be able to wear that jersey to a game again. But sorry if you guys sticking with me today. I have a cold going on here, as you can probably tell. Just trying to man through it, be a man about it. Not like people are today in the NFL soft. Trying to be a man about it, but it's fun, guys, as always. I hope the Steelers win this weekend. This is Jeff here on Spaces or Laces. Over and out, guys.